when I was 9 years old. At that time, I don't like it, the normal school in that time, So my father, my mother, she got working in the morning, and then come back in the evening, And then I have a grandfather and grandmother, And then always around on the street, fighting on the street, And then some friends, they say, hey, why you just let Sammo just walk on the street, fighting? Why you don't let him to learn something? And then my grandpa say, how do we bring Sammo to learn something? And then my friends say, my friends, the friends say, so you bring Sammo to learn the picking opera. Maybe later on he can take care of himself, something like that. And then my grandpa say, okay, we can try, and then bring me to the picking opera school. And that time I saw some kids in the school, about 4 and 5 kids in there. They jumping wherever, so very funny, Then I come back home later. I told my grandma, I want to go to picking opera school. Then 2 weeks later, my grandparents, they bring me to the school. They were side country. I'm stayed there about 7 years. Then my mother, my grandpa, they go home. I'm stay there 1 week later. Oh, I call my grandpa, I want to go home. Because it's so hard in the school, my master, they every day beat me. In school, later on, I'm in the school, that looks like in charge of everything. I can beat everybody. The meaning is that my master, he trained me, and then I want to train them. If there's something wrong, who is no good, then my master beat me. So I'm scared. The master, I should beat them. And then we relationship with Jackie Chan, with Yuen Biao. Out of the people, they really understand what is a real relationship. Jackie Chan with me and Yuen Biao, with that kind that looks like looks like a more real brother. We more close, the real brother. Because why? Because we live together. Then we let my master beat together. And then we argument, and then we looks like survive. And the relationship actually is very deep. The very memory in the memory. We together. We sleep on the floor. And 7 years in there. And the performer on the stage. And normal life, we fight on the street, together, so many memories, yeah. "14 years old, I'm still in my opera school, beginning opera school, and one day we have some teacher, he's my teacher our performer the picking opera, but he has worked on the film business, do some stuntman, and then one day he came in to talk to my master. Can he bring Sammo to be a stuntman, to learn, Then my master loved to do that because they got paid, my master happy. The first day I involved the film, the making the film, I'm so excited, I see everything, the makeup, they singing, they talking, they fighting. I'm so excited. After the shooting, I went back to school that I would be director in the school. I would tell the younger Okay, I'm like that. You guys like that. The camera is like that. We we learn, And then it's very interesting about the movie business. And then when I was 16 years old, 7 years because 7 years are done, and there I wanted to become opera school. Then what I think, because all the time, that time was a lot of chance to work for the film, for be a stuntman. So of course I leave out the school. Of course I will be a stuntman either too, And then I continue work on the film business because I was so interesting the film business. I will learn everything. I will see every position, the camera position, the director position, action choreographer position, They slowly, and Sammo Hung is a very smart. Everything is very fast, And I'm not very long. I can be the assistant choreographer, And not too long, then I will be action choreographer. King Hu I very like work for him. He very like me too, because that time I'm really young that time, and I really can do everything, and I do his action choreographer, and I be a lot of people to double for him, because I don't want to be. He like me to be double because my body is too big, Some actors very thin. I say, hey, how can I double him? Doesn't matter. You do it. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Just like it because I'm looks like his students, I will listen to him everything, just like a rehearsal, the jumbling, trampoline, the three trampoline there, 3 tables. I jump over one trampoline, then over the one table, and then land and the other trampoline, then trampoline, then jump 3 tables like that. I'm just rehearsal more than 20 times. I'm so tired, but I still. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Wang Feng is like my godfather, I follow him so many years. I make a lot of movies. Before I work for him as a assistant director, assistant action director, choreographer, and then my first be action choreographer is a hit director. I'm an action director, my first time, and then he helped me a lot, and then after so many years, and then I asked him, did you think, as a godfather again, did you think I can be a director? Something like that. Then he said, why not? If you like, I can help you. I write a script for you. I said, yeah. Are you really? Okay. Then tell me what kind of story, what kind of background you like, the movie you like. Tell me. Then I tell him what is my idea, and then he write the script for me. I very like the philosophy about the Kung Fu. That's because why? Because you must know that not only fight. There are a lot of philosophy about your life, about how do you be later on. How do you be a master? Telling the students how do you stand up on the world or the world. Yun Bill is follow me is a long time, very long time. Be a stuntman, do everything double for the other people, And then prodigal son, he be Leung Jan when he was young, the young, the young version, in the movies, But he's very, very good, Lam Jing Ying, behind a new, strong character. He's very, very good. Because why? Because he is picking up school background, and then he knows how to do it, the girl things, he's very well, Yeah, very good. So very happy. And Lam Jing Ying, and Lam Jing Ying after that is very famous, Papa, is very luck. One thing is very bad luck. He's passed away. I'm very upset that, I'm interested in the work, with the film business. Until now, so many high technology, but I don't know. But I will learn because everything we do is a real things, So I gotta hurt so much, just like Jackie Chan. What we learn is we can do some real things on the computers. Looks more good, Every movie we have a lot of funny time, and so many funny things happen. But it's so many years, I can remember. Now I tell people, don't take a memory before. Now concentrate the future.